Thought I'd post, God, I can hardly speak. Thought I'd post a little video about my experience of having a gastric ulcer. I've never really been ill with anything in my life, to be honest. Food poisoning before and the flu and stuff, but nothing like this. It just came on about 3 weeks ago. I started getting like heartburn. I thought it was something I'd eaten. It got progressively worse, and after 2 weeks, I couldn't stand up. I was crawling about the floor in pain. It was impossible to sleep because I couldn't find any position I could sleep in. It was like somebody had stabbed me in the stomach and the back at the same time. And it was relentless, never went away. So I went to the doctor, which is something I never do. Can't remember the last time I went to the GP. And she said it was probably an ulcer. So she gave me she couldn't give me antibiotics for H. pylori because I'd started taking omeprazole myself before that. And they can't apparently give you the Helicobacter pylori test if you've already started taking omeprazole. So anyway, she prescribed omeprazole, and stupidly I didn't ask for painkillers. I don't know why she didn't give me any. But like for 3 or 4 days after I'd been to see her, it just got worse and worse. Just an absolute nightmare. And I think for 7 days I didn't sleep at all. Not a single minute sleep. And I think now, that's sort of 4 or 5 days since I started taking all the anti-acid stuff. I think it's settling down a bit. But it could be because I got my hands on some painkillers, which masks the pain considerably. I can't eat anything except a tiny bit of broth. I've lost 3 kilos in a week. And nobody's ever mentioned to me anybody having stomach ulcers and how painful they are. You read about it online, and it says sometimes you'll have no symptoms and sometimes it will be a bit painful. But this has been relentless pain. This has been 24-hour pain. And it's just horrendous, and I'll update this in a few days' time. But I don't know why nobody ever talks about how painful it is. It really is. It's like having food poisoning 24/7, but without being sick or anything, without having any of those other symptoms. You just have pain all the time in your gut. And in my case, for some reason, behind my left rib cage, which I presume is some kind of radiated pain, or maybe the ulcers at the sort of rear of my stomach. So that's it for now. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. And I just don't know why people don't speak about it and about how painful it is. And the GP reckoned it was caused by ibuprofen I was taking for various old injuries I've got, arthritis and stuff. Of course, I do drink very strong coffee, and I do smoke cigars, so they would probably be a contributing factor, I suspect, because they're both acidic. But there needs to be more information about this and how important it is to really look after your gut, particularly men, because men are kind of cavalier about these things. Now, I haven't had any alcohol for a year, so it's not alcohol induced. But I do eat too much, and I do overindulge in things like cigars, and I was drinking insanely strong coffee, so but it could just be the ibuprofen, which apparently takes away some sort of mucus in your stomach lining and is renowned. But again, when I researched ibuprofen before I started taking it, it said it was completely safe. And then when you look again, when you've got the ulcer, you start seeing all these things saying it's completely not safe. So I just think there needs to be much better information about these things for the sake of all of us, really.